3 things to do to seize that extraordinary element, essence, energy of life, where would you start?
One of the first things that comes to mind for me, kind of weird as it might be, is to just like geek out on the things that you geek out on, because there's stuff in there that is very uniquely you. It's kind of like following the energy into that core part of yourself, in my
like a creative expression of what you really like to do. Number 2 for me, just don't care what people think. Like, let go of other people's opinions, what they're going to think, what they're going to say. Just move it to the side, because then whatever you do, whoever you're being is way more authentic. You're just like, the fear's gone. To me, that's always the freedom point, right? Because I see when people don't make, their big leaps or decisions or whatever, because they're hedging their bets around what people are going to think, or what if they fail, or this or that. So just drop it. And that will allow you to not only feel, but really be extraordinarily authentic.
I think it's really helpful to just do that for 10 minutes in one situation, right? There's too much importance placed on what they're going to say, what they're going to think. And the truth of the matter is, I don't know if this helps anybody, but most people don't care.
So number 1, be playful, have fun, geek out. Number 2, don't worry, don't care what other people think. What's a third quality?
Be impeccable with your word is always a really good one, but be impeccable with your word with yourself.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. That means that when you promise yourself you're going to geek out, you're going to have fun, when you say, I'm not going to care what anybody thinks, or, when you choose to do something, like, you're impeccable with your word, you do it for you. You stick with your word.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because if we can't be impeccable with our word for ourselves, with ourselves, I don't think we will consistently with other people. Yeah.
And to me, that's one of the fastest and most powerful ways to build your trust, is to be impeccable with your word to yourself.
To yourself.
Right? Because it gets broken so often and so easily. And it's really damaging, actually.
It is.
But when you actually rebuild that with yourself, like, it creates that kind of confidence that allows your natural expression to come through. It takes that self-consciousness out and it lets you just really express who you are. I mean, that to me, like, that is really what extraordinary is.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. There's a great formula for y'all.